Hello, future Grandmasters. Some of you who were watching my Title Tuesday stream might have seen that I beat Hikaru, and I won the late Title Tuesday. Now, if you also follow my streams, you'll know that in the last three late Title Tuesdays, I've been first, second, and first. So I'm on an amazing run, and I wanted to analyze my victory against Hikaru. So, I was black. This was the last turn. He plays B3, typical Bush League opening. I play E5, taking central square. He plays C4, another Bush League opening. Knight f6, d5. Now we sort of, after a3, it's actually reverse Sicilian. Um, but, he plays the superstructure all the time, and he gets away with it against all the Bush League players, but not me. So bishop b6, protecting the pawn with f6. Queen d7, preparing to castle queenside, just like you would in a Sicilian. Knight c3, trade castles. b4, g5. So he's pretending to have some queenside attack. I'm going g5. His king's still in the center, so I should bear in mind. Rook c1, g4. Knight, usually you want to play something like d3 so that the knight can come back to d2 and not be stuck in the center. Here I thought h3 was a good move. I guess the engine prefers knight e4, here, but I saw this, I thought I'd go g4, knight d5. Again, his king's in the center. It's unclear. Okay, my computer's sort of going take off. I need to get a better streaming laptop. So he goes rook c1, a bit slow. Bishop h5, trying to attack the bishop. Here he plays b5 here. And yeah, and at this moment, he should have played bishop a5, b6, and bishop b4. And the point is that after bishop g5, he can play... Actually, sorry, wait. After knight d5, he has an extremely strong move, bishop b3. And I actually saw this move, and I watched Hikaru analyzing after he lost. And he was checking with the engine. He's like, oh, how did I not see bishop b3? Now, I saw bishop b3 during the game. Obviously, I don't really talk as much as Hikaru when I play and stream, just because for me the chess speaks for itself. And this could have been a great chance. Obviously, rook h8 is the best move, sort of preparing bishop g5. You can't play bishop here because you take at f5, and the knight gets out. So instead he played h3, and he spent a minute on h3. I guess 50 seconds. So pretty awful move. I take the free pawn, I slide the king over, I bring the knight in, get the bishop pair, knight e4, extremely strong move. You got this weakness, the knight is stuck, and when you go bishop g5, I got this amazing pawn, the king can't castle each way, it's super dangerous. So he goes g4, I play bishop g5. I could have taken the pawn, but I wanted to could have played this. I guess here I go back and touch and go, I prefer just bishop g5, h5, super simple. He blundered with knight g3. I guess he could take. He takes. The point is if rook here, I have check and queen d3. If tick, I pick up the rook at the end. So he can't take, so he probably has to, let's say, if he moves here, the rook comes into h1. So he probably has to go knight back to g3. I can go maybe get bishop h4, but again, king's super weak. I have bishop, I got extra pawn. I probably lose the pawn back, but he blunders with knight g3. I take. Now bishop d5, pinning the knight. Keep in mind, I have a minute 47. He's got 30 seconds, so he's just getting steamrolled. f5, forcing that to move. You have to block the h pawn, and now just g3, breaking everything open, and he resigns. So I have a minute 44. He had 18 seconds. So it's big trash talk from Hikaru, saying I never perform when it matters. So last three late Title Tuesdays, I have been first, second, and first. I've also moved up in the Title Tuesday Grand Prix leaderboard, which means that I will very likely qualify to the Speed Chess Championship again. So, the Speed Chess Championship, time for a rematch against my two favorite chess players. This was a big, so I tied for first, I think with Magnus and one other player. And I think maybe Sipirov, a Russian player. Also, there have been a lot of comments about the polygraph. I posted this on Twitter, but I did the polygraph. I passed on all fronts. I shared the document with Dubov, and we're currently scheduling a rematch. Regards to the polygraph, the questions were, I was asked about if I had ever got any assistance or if there's any all over the board games. Of course, I said no, and I was truthful. I also discussed the game in single cup. Of course, we know what happened there. Hans Niemann won fair and square. So those are big updates. I understand it was, there was some confusion of people thinking that I refused to polygraph when it was more so about the conditions. Of course, apologize for the delay, but that is done. Dubov and I all good, and the rematch will be very, very soon. I also have a big match planned against Anish Giri. We played a match against Hansi Makes the World in Utrecht, but we're playing an online blitz match on, on a very special new chess platform. So, thank you guys for watching. See you soon. Follow all the matches, subscribe. I'm going to be doing a lot of YouTube content. Going to be playing all the best players in the world and documenting. Thank you guys. Take care.